Well, hello. And right now what I want to do is review Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe for the Xbox 360. So as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory what this game is all about. I guess I should just read this little passage on the back to kind of explain. It says, when worlds collide, heroes and villains must choose their side and fight as a sinister plot with cataclysmic results unfolds. Which side will you choose? I don't know, that didn't make sense. Maybe I read it wrong. When worlds collide, heroes and villains must choose their side and fight as a sinister plot with cataclysmic results unfold. I guess I read it right. So the story actually, in my opinion, made no sense. Maybe because I was uninterested in the story while I was playing the story, but I still don't know why or why they're interacting with each other throughout the story. I guess I wasn't really into it, to be honest, but as you can tell, the story mode, well, here are the modes. There's story mode, arcade mode, and there's a combo challenge, and versus, of course. Story, in my opinion, sucked. Could have done without. I mean, when you're playing a fighting game, really, there's really should only be one mode, and that's arcade. The story is kind of like, okay, this is what you do. If you're doing story, you either pick which side you want to play as, DC or Mortal Kombat. So, for instance, let's say you pick DC, and then you don't pick a character. Basically, it starts off like it tells you the story, or it starts off with this cutscene, and then you play as the Flash, and then there'll be like, you'll fight maybe like 6 or 5 guys as the Flash, you know, and each character you face, it has a little cutscene and a little story, whatever. And then after, you know, those 6 guys, something happens to something will happen to the character you're playing as, which makes you have to use another guy. So let's say after Flash, you'll probably use Wonder Woman, and then next, you know, you fight 7 people, and then you'll play as Batman or something. It's just, that's how it is, and it goes on for at least 2 hours. It's just, I don't know, the story was uninteresting, to say the least. And then after that, you end up fighting, who do you fight? I don't even remember, to be honest, because I beat it. I got this last Tuesday. No, last Sunday. And Sunday before last, I should say. And, you know, that was the first thing I did. And then for the past, I would say, past like week or so, I've been doing arcade, because I've been trying to get like the achievements and stuff in this. And I don't know, the story you can do without. And the thing is, you have to do it twice. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to get all the achievements, you have to do it with the Mortal Kombat side, and that takes forever, so, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Arcade mode. Arcade mode is fairly, you know, Mortal Kombat. And I should say, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you know, you'll like this game because it's straight up fighting-wise, it's Mortal Kombat. You know, the previous Mortal Kombat games have been, you know, they've kind of done the 3D thing, and then they've also done, you know, each character has their own, like, 3 different fighting styles, which I always thought was stupid, and that's gone. It's just basic, pretty much almost like 2D, even though the graphics are a little bit on the 3D side. It's pretty much 2D, you know, one fighting style, it's pretty, you know, straightforward, and that's how the arcade mode is, you know, you pick any guy you want, you fight 10 times, and then you fight the pre-boss, and then the boss. If it's not too hard, which it's funny because I was playing this on medium, and you know, I had a challenge here and there, but I was like, you know, why play through medium if I'm trying to beat it quick? Let me just put on easy, and I actually found easy to be a little tougher than medium, if that makes any sense. It's kind of weird, but you know, you have to, if there's like 20 something people, and if you want to get all the, you know, the achievements, you have to be with everybody, and it takes forever, and I did that. So, and then on to the endings. When you beat the game in arcade mode, the endings suck. They're so crappy. I mean, it's just like a painting, and then it's just like text, and the guy talks throughout it. The guy pretty much says what's on the, you know, the text that's on the screen. Endings suck. I mean, come on. This is like, we're in 2008. We're on you know, what is this, the 5th generation of video gaming systems, and, you know, we're doing one picture and like text. I mean, come on. So the endings suck. That's pretty straightforward. They suck. And now on to maybe the character selection. It's fairly good for DC. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but for DC it's pretty decent. I mean, you got your staples like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Catwoman, Lex Luthor, Captain Marvel, Deathstroke. Deathstroke is the only guy that you'd be like, oh, I'm not sure if I remember him, but Deathstroke's in there, and there's one more guy, and I can't remember who it is. I can't remember, but that's pretty much the DC side. Or let me see something. Oh, and the Joker. So that's DC. For Mortal Kombat, you know, it's pretty straightforward too. It's got all the people from the original Mortal Kombat except for Johnny Cage, and there's Kitana, Shao Kahn. No, not Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung. And that's pretty much it. And oh no, Raiden's in the first one. Never mind. Anyways, those are the characters. Pretty straightforward. The graphics, the character models look pretty good. It's just the backgrounds are kind of, they're kind of stale, a little boring. Some of the things you can do during the fightings, there's Test Your Might, which is like, you'll do something like, let's say you're fighting in this building or outside this building, and if you do like a certain move, it'll throw him against the wall, and you pretty much like run straight at him through the wall. And if you keep pressing your buttons, it depends, like depending how hard you press or how many times you can press the buttons, it depends on it'll determine how much you get hit. So if you hit it a lot, you won't get hit as much. And then there's another thing called free fall, where you'll be on a level and you hit him hard and it'll knock him out through the level, and they'll go like falling. And while they're falling through the air, you can like knock them, punch them and stuff. And then you could also reverse it, and then they land on a different floor. And depending how many times you hit them, how much impact it'll affect that person's health bar and stuff. So that's there. And of course, we can't have a Mortal Kombat game without talking about fatalities. Now, as you can see, if you look at the box, the rating is a T. I guess they wanted to appeal to every audience and stuff, but huge mistake, because the fatalities, they suck. They are terrible. I mean, even teen, you could at least try and get away with some stuff. The fatalities are so tame. I mean, out of like 20-something characters, every person has 2. And to be honest, there was maybe like 5 in total that I was like, oh, that's not bad. But majority of them is just like, it's almost like a special move, but they're calling it a fatality. Like majority of them, like the superheroes, they don't have fatalities. They have brutalities, and all it is just them punching the people or beating them up. None of them die with the brutalities. The DC villains have fatalities, but they're all pretty lame too. The majority of the best fatalities come from the Mortal Kombat side, and I have to say, when are they gonna like come up with a new fatality for Scorpion? I mean, every single Mortal Kombat game, he does the same: take off the mask, fire, burns the guy, and that's, they've been doing that for years now. I mean, come up with something else. And that's that. I haven't played online because I don't think it's worth playing online for. The combat, I should say the combo challenge thing, you get an achievement for each character that you complete the combo challenge, but the combos are like 50 million things on the screen. It'll be like, you have to do this, and I'm like, what? I can barely do the 2-hit combo, let alone like the 12-hit combos. So overall, I'm gonna say this game is a rental. This game is definitely not worth purchasing. You'll probably be bored with this game within a day. So my recommendation is to go to Blockbuster and rent this, or if you have a friend that bought it, go over there and check it out. But it's okay. Definitely rent this. Okay, that was it. That was my review. Take care, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a happy Thanksgiving.